Real nice, dude. So, someone tried to turn in front of me at the last second, and I slammed on the brakes, and now my truck won't go forward, and I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. Oh, it goes backwards. I put it in four-wheel drive, so I don't know if I just snapped the drive shaft out of it or what. If I put it back in two-wheel drive, I don't know if it's gonna work. But something is not happy because of that person. Okay, I can't fully blame the person. No, it's working now. I have no idea what happened, but... Okay, well, I mean, a little bit my fault. The person, like, drove into my truck and almost crashed into me, so I got mad and tried to do a brake stand, and it kind of just went into neutral. Oh, see? There's neutral. I broke something. Pry the transfer case. I think it's something to do with the transfer case. Probably shouldn't try to do a burnout, but I mean, they almost crashed into me, so that's kind of what you do when you get angry. That's alright, whatever it is, I had to fix it anyway, so I'm thinking it's a transfer case, though. Or a U-joint or something. I don't know. Usually don't move in two-wheel drive, though. Alright, it's definitely in the transfer case because I don't see anything under the truck and it will not move unless it's in four-wheel drive. So, transfer case finally gave out. But that's where all the slack was anyway, so I was already planning on replacing it. I think this thing is already so dirty. Try to keep it clean, but... Alright, let's take a look-see. Well, all the U-joints are still indeed attached. So, yeah, it's just inside the transfer case. I was gonna see if I could see anything, but nothing visually. But yeah, that transfer case is smoked. I mean, I'm not surprised. I was getting ready to switch out the transfer case here in like a week or two because it already had a bunch of play in it. So when I go in and out of gear, it would kind of clunk pretty hard. So, I mean, I was already getting ready to replace this transfer case. So, not really that big of an inconvenience or a surprise. I kind of knew. But it was a little strange because... usually all the other transfer cases I've gone through, like, it'll try to spin the tires really quick and then, like, snap almost. This thing was, like, immediate neutral. But then again, I went from a dead stop to absolute floored, so it kind of went past that point, I guess. But, yeah. You need a transfer case now, Bubba. Alright. 7-something in the morning. About to drop the drive shaft. I did notice while I was under here, though, that apparently since I've been driving, the track bars have been pulling on the frame on this left side because that side for some reason is thicker than this side. This side actually is a little bit softer, probably because it's on the driver's side and all the rust friggin' salt crap gets kicked up from the other side of the road. But that's slowly pulling on that, so I'm gonna have to fix that and probably just weld it to the frame so it doesn't do that and rip a hole in the frame. So, rear drive shaft is out. I'm gonna run 15-20 minutes up the road to go get a new transfer case. Well, not new, new to this truck. I mean, I think it's like 8 o'clock right now. I'd like to be done by 1. And I can get all the bolts out within probably half an hour, and then it's just wiggling, so I don't know. Seems doable. So I just drove up the road to go get the transfer case, and in the picture, it shows a floor shift transfer case. You know, mine's got the little floor shift down there. It's not an automatic with the buttons, so I need that one. I need a floor shift one. And the picture of the transfer case that he had on Marketplace was a floor shift one. So I drove all the way there, didn't even ask him, because I was like, well, I can clearly see in the picture, there's no point asking any stupid questions. I get there, and it's an automatic one. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was a floor shift one. He's like, no, it's automatic. And I kind of was just like, well, damn, I must not have been paying attention. And then I was like, all right, well, I can't take it. There's not much I can do about it. And I left. And as I was driving away and coming back home, I looked at the picture again, and it was a man, like, he didn't put the right picture. It's not the same picture as the transfer case. So there was one other one. The dude said it was $100. It had 140,000 miles on it, floor shift. I was like, that is a damn good deal. And he's like, I'll even throw in another one that I have from a 1500 you know, you can have it. So that's $50 for the transfer case, and I could probably sell the other one for another $100 and make my money back. But he's an 8-hour round trip away. So I really don't want to do that. So I called Cumberland Salvage, and they said they got one with like 100,000 miles on it, and they have like a 3-month warranty on it. So if I'm going to break it, I'll break it in the 3 months. But they said it was like $350 or something. So obviously it's a bunch more, but it saves me an entire day of driving, and it's got really low miles. So I guess I'm going to go run over to Cumberland Salvage and do that. We got the goods. We got... Oh, I keep forgetting I can't zoom that way. Anyways, there's a transfer case. So I'm gonna get back. I still haven't even gotten the old one out yet. It's still kind of, well, it's still fully in there. I just got the drive shafts out, started working on the bolts. So now I'm gonna go back, throw this just in the bed of my truck, and get to getting the old one out. You know, just out here, transfer case is all jacked up, getting ready to take it out, doing the backyard redneck stuff, you know. WD-40 as a pillow. It's completely unbolted now. The front drive shaft is still in it, but it's disconnected from the front, so once I move it a little bit, I'll have some room to actually take the drive shaft out of the front. The rear one's out, obviously, from earlier. Every single plug is unplugged on the top, including the little breather tube. I unplugged that. And all 6 of the bolts, it's only 6 around the top, all 6 of the bolts are completely off and over there. So the only thing holding the transfer case in right now is the studs. So that's kind of the easy part though. Now the hard part is wiggling it and trying to get it out. Luckily, we're taking out a crappy one and putting in a better one, so I don't really give a damn if I drop and shatter this one. So that will determine the best way to take it out. I'm thinking I'm going to bring it back to get it off the studs, bring the back end up, tilt the front forward, and slide it down under. Pretty sure that's how it's gonna work. I don't remember how much fluid is supposed to come out of the front. I thought not very much, but I don't remember if I thought right. Pretty sure not a lot comes out of it, just a little bit. But I'm gonna have to do something about that before it goes in my hair or something stupid. Ooh. I'm gonna stay far away from that. This is the scary part. It's not bad without fluid. Alright, I can't even fall this way, so my face is okay. It's safe. Alright, so this entire thing is taking me longer than basically everything else. I can't get the front drive shaft out of this stupid transfer case. There's nothing there. I've WD-40 sprayed it 1,000 times. I've hit it with a hammer. I cannot get it out. But since it's here, listen to the sounds it makes. That's inside the transfer case. So I can't get the front drive shaft out. I've been hitting it with a hammer, soaked it with WD-40, let it sit. It's been probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, just to me kind of off and on playing with it. And I just cannot get it out. So usually everything that helps is heat. And I even looked up and people said that sometimes you just got to heat it up a little bit. So I went over to the store real quick, walked over to Napa down the road, got me a little Turbo Torch Professional and some MAP gas. I also got the gasket for the transfer case, but that's besides the point. So I'm gonna throw this together and start heating it up, see if we can get it out. Fire! This damn thing is frozen as hell. I mean, I've been working on this truck since 8 in the morning. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, and it only took me about 40 minutes to do everything else on the truck. So this is the one thing, and it will not come out. I've heated the hell out of it until it was glowing red. I've sprayed it with WD-40 repeatedly. I used a whole can of WD-40. And I upgraded from a hammer to a frigging ball hitch because it's way heavier and works a lot better. And it's still not working, so I'm slimming down to the options. I guess I'm gonna go try PB Blaster. If that doesn't work, I'm just gonna cut the damn thing and buy another drive shaft. So I let it sit completely overnight with the PB blaster, and it still, the front drive shaft would not come out. So I was like, all right, we're gonna go about this a different way. Took a piece of wood, jacked it up on the tranny pan so it didn't hurt the pan right in the middle. Took all the slack off the brace right there, and took out the whole, took out the entire transmission brace that holds the transmission up. Obviously, like I said, I got the transmission jacked up so it's not straining on anything. Completely out. And then I dragged the whole transfer case out with the CV, or the front drive shaft in it. So now I have an easier opportunity to get at it. Yeah, but it's out. Should've just done that yesterday. Well, it winds up in there. Definitely was not the easiest thing in the world. Laying on the ground, putting that on myself, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. There's no fluid in it, so I think it's only like 40 or 50 pounds with no fluid in it, I think. But yeah, now it's just time to start buttoning everything up and screwing it in and putting back everything else and then testing it out. We got everything back in except the drive shafts. The rear one is in the transfer case, but I didn't bolt it up to the rear end yet. And the front one is still stuck in the front of the old transfer case, so I can't get it out. I'm gonna keep trying a little bit longer, and if it doesn't work, I'm probably just gonna end up buying another front drive shaft from the salvage yard to put in the new one. But everything's all done. It's basically just fluid time, which I just picked up some fluid, and then tighten up the drive shaft and see if everything works. So usually I get a little nozzle for these, but friggin' guy at Napa was like, hey, try this thing out. I always usually works way better. Friggin' goes right in there and squeeze it like a soap bottle and it sprays right into the transfer case. That's so much easier. Well, I think she's done. Drive shaft all buttoned up. Transfer case all filled with fluid. Before that tips over, fix that. There we go. Everything is buttoned up and pretty much ready to go. Except the front. It's leaking from the front. What the hell? Why is it leaking from the front? Is it supposed to leak from there unless I have a front drive shaft? What the hell? Well, I guess I gotta address that now. Everything else is done though. I don't understand why it's leaking out of the front though. I didn't think it would leak if you don't have a front drive shaft. I don't know, maybe there's a seal bad in the front. Maybe I'm thinking that. I don't know, I'll take this little boot off, see if I can see more. It's definitely just leaking from under it. It has nothing to do with the drive shaft not being in. It's this little seal. So I might just have to get another one of these little seals from Napa and toss that in. But I'm gonna still go test drive it right now and see if it goes forward. So here's the test. Let's test it out. I'm scared. Fully scared the first time. Okay, so she's in too high. Scared. Very scared. I'm less scared if I got a used one because I did get this from the salvage yard, so they've got a 3-month warranty or whatever, so if there's anything wrong with it, then they will replace it for me. But I don't want to do this job again. And it's not moving forward. Why is it not moving forward? Alright, I'm nervous. This is gonna really suck. Might be something little. happens. Does the drive shaft move? Or at least, okay. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? What the hell? I guess the rear end is blown up. I think that it had to do with the transfer case as well. I think it was kind of a both. I think they both had play in them. I'm thinking. I'm hoping it wasn't. Now, I know the transfer case had some stuff to do with it. I know the transfer case did, because it still did weird stuff. I know there was slack in the rear end. That's where the slack must have been. But even when I was just laying under the truck before, taking the transfer case out, I was turning it, and I could hear inside the transfer case, not the rear end, I could hear weird, like, gears crunching and stuff. So, I don't know. I don't regret replacing the transfer case. Not a bad thing. But I guess I have to replace the rear end, which, in a way, is not bad news because I'm going to put a big posi unit in it. But I'm going to open that, I guess, and see what's wrong with it. Next thing, guys. Next thing now. Can't just fix one thing, but whatever. It's good I get all this stuff out of the way before I do all my big trips and try to tow the car around, because it would have really sucked if something like this would have happened when I was halfway across the country. So it's all right. Brand new transfer case, brand new rear end. Yeah. Let's get to it. So that's where we're at now. I didn't blow up one, I blew up both. But transfer case was already going to be replaced, and I was already going to do something with the rear end because I wanted to just put something else in it. So it's not a big deal. Throw the transfer case already in. Gives me a few more days to work on that front drive shaft for the front of the transfer case, and I'm about to take off the diff cover and take a look-see in there. And, yeah, but for now, I'm going to get my square body, because I still need something to drive, and now I gotta get some gears for the back of this thing, and I don't know exactly when that's gonna be, so off to get the square booty. Alright, girl, you're up. You're next in line. Next contestant. Definitely gonna need that front seal for the transfer case because that's leaking everywhere. It's only like a $10 seal and it takes like 5 minutes to put in, but I'll do that soon. I'm getting ready to take off the diff cover to see what's going on in there. You guys ready to see? I got all the bolts out. Ooh, I missed. Oh, I missed. Oh my God. I don't know what that is, but it ain't supposed to be hanging out there. Damn, that's some shiny stuff. Oh, man. Oh, man, that's what you call blowing up right there, buddy. Wow. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised, but damn. Yeah. How do you think I blew her up? Why is this? That's a whole on gear. The gear's not damaged though. That's kind of interesting. That gear up there is pretty toasted though. Wow. Alrighty, not bad. And I've never done this before. I've never put a rear end in, but I know that these two bolts right there on that side and these two bolts right there on that side hold this in. I think you might have to take out the axle shafts. I'm not sure on the sides. But yep, that'll do it. That'll do it right there, Bubba. She's blown up. So there's the aftermath of what happens when you do an ass ton of burnouts in a 3/4 ton pickup truck with 230,000 miles on it. I think my record is now, I've blown up 2 rear ends, I think. This is the second one. And then I've got 3 transmissions and 3 transfer cases and 1 motor under my belt. I think that's where I'm at now. Oh, look, there's another gear up in there. Oh, I don't know why I just acted like I cared if I got dirt in there. Wow, man. that. That's the magnet right there. Look at all them chunks. Wow. All 6 liters. Freaking came after this thing. Wow. What the hell is that? That looks like a magnet almost, but it's not. Well, there she goes.